In this video segment on the Kowa Spoke Cutter, I'm going to talk about categories, and I'm going to reference two categories by talking about personalities in a workshop environment, and then I'll relate it to the Fill with Spoke machine and put it in its category, and relate it to the Kowa Spoke Cutter and put it in its category. In a workshop environment, you're going to have a wide range of personalities in that environment. And in that wide range of personalities, you have two extremes. On the one hand, you have the personality, that person who is the gentle giant, that really big person who grew up in life understanding they need to be gentle with things. Quick snap, quick roll, take it easy, don't use too much force, gentle. On the other extreme, you have that cute little angel who is aggressive with everything. Slams microwave doors, slams refrigerator doors, slams house doors, slams car doors, mashes button, puts their whole body into pushing a doorbell, will walk up the levers like thee and just slam those levers home. That cute little aggressive angel. That's the other extreme. That little person that can do a lot of damage. Those are the extremes you have in a workshop environment. Now let's talk about the Fill with Spoke Cutter, made here in San Jose, California, USA, just a few miles from me. The Fill with Spoke Cutter is an incredibly overbuilt spoke machine and spoke cutter. It is made with massive amounts of carbon steel, heavy steel. The body is massive. The external part of the body is massive. The base is massive. Even the handle is just massive. It's overbuilt. And of course, it's got a nice hard set of dies inside of it. It's because the Fill with Spoke Cutter is overbuilt with massive amounts of heavy carbon steel, it can handle multiple personalities right out of the gate. The gentle giant all the way to that aggressive little angel. The gentle giant can walk up to a Fill with Spoke Cutter with minimal training, snap, roll, and be done with it, and walk away, not a problem. That aggressive little angel who fights with everything, overpowers everything, can also walk up to a Fill with Spoke Cutter, snap the spoke, roll it through, good threads, bad threads, ugly threads, whatever the result is, that Fill with Spoke Cutter will probably survive that aggressive little angel who abuses everything. That's what happens when you overbuild something. You make it survivable against multiple personalities in a workshop environment. What's the point here about this category? The Fill with Spoke Cutter is a true multi-user machine. It really is. It cost about $7,200 US today at this time recording, November 24, 2024, and it's worth every penny. It's a great spoke machine. It's almost like a gold standard spoke machine for hand-operated spoke machines. Worth every penny. Can survive multiple personalities because it's overbuilt. It's a true multi-user machine. That's your Fill with Spoke Cutter in the heavy-duty category. That's the category it's in, heavy-duty spoke machine. Now here you have the Kowa Spoke Cutter. This Kowa Spoke Cutter is not overbuilt. As a matter of fact, in my analysis, this Kowa Spoke Cutter was built with the minimal materials needed to get the job done, to cut and roll a spoke, the minimal materials needed. The only piece in this spoke cutter that's really heavy duty is the slider. That's about it. The slider with its heavy steel carbon plate. Everything else on there is minimal. Basic steel handles, steel root, basic steel plate, block, and block, some plastic, the minimal stuff. Very thin catch can. There's really nothing heavy duty in here except maybe for the slider. And of course the dies. It's pretty much the same kind of dies used on a Kowa Spoke Cutter. A gentle giant can walk up to the Kowa Spoke Cutter and with minimal training walk away with a perfectly cut and threaded spoke, not a problem. But that aggressive little angel that goes into beast mode, that tries to force everything and overpower things, for that aggressive little angel, that personality, you have to say, stop, calm down, take it easy, patience is a virtue, let me show you how to properly use this machine. In other words, the Kowa Spoke Cutter by default is a single personality spoke cutter, the gentle giant. By default, the Kowa Spoke Cutter is primarily a single user machine. It can handle multiple personalities if you stop them, tell them to take it easy, provide some in-depth training, make it clear to them patience is a virtue. Under that scenario, no problem. Welcome to the Kowa Spoke Cutter. This can be a multi-user machine if you provide in-depth, careful training to those personalities that you got to watch out for. You cannot just walk up to the Kowa Spoke Cutter and go full beast mode into it. You just can't do that. It's minimally built with the minimal materials needed to get the job done. Single user, single personality machine by default. This is a light duty spoke machine. It belongs in the light duty category. If you check online, you'll see a variety of pricing around the world, depending where you go, of about $2,600 to $3,400. A little less or about half the cost of the Kowa Spoke Cutter. Whether you pay $2,600 or $3,400 for this Kowa Spoke Cutter, it's worth every penny. I'm a very happy user of the Kowa Spoke Cutter. It's gone through 93,000 cycles. Single personality, single user, works just great. So those are the categories. Those are the spoke cutters that belong in those two categories. And next video segment's probably going to be on basic usage of the Kowa Spoke Cutter. See you then.